Hey guys, what's going on? It's Green Zero back here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. It is Command League time. That's right, we are back in the Command League for Match of the Week, round number 2. So not Command League, Champions League. Well, the Command League was years ago. But anyway, we're on Tournament Dust Bowl on the top north side. If you're a Shoktrepet fan, it is Shoktrepet. He's back again, 2 in a row. Stop complaining. If you're a Shoktrepet fan, it is a good day to be a Shoktrepet fan. Stop saying Shoktrepet. Drive Rushers in the south here playing as a Scrin faction. This is a random mirror. He will be the Travel, which is 59, and we will see GDI Vanilla here. So random mirror. Now, once again, this is Shoktrepet's home game. So he got 2 home games in a row here. Pretty hard start. I had to play Futurama and then now playing against Drive, taking the structure. Obviously going for fast legs here for Drive now. There, of course, are quite a few games still to be played from round 2, and round 2 was supposed to finish, but, I mean, the league progress is a discussion for another video. There was, of course, Bike Rush versus Center, which hasn't been played, which could have been Match of the Week, but hasn't been played yet. And of course you're asking, what about me versus Master Leaf? That would have been a cracker game. Well, it sort of was, but I just decided against casting it in the third person. I do have the FPV. Master Leaf is the FPV. He streamed it, so if you want to head over and have a look at that, links are in the description. But yeah, I just decided to hold off third person voting my own series there. Maybe I'll do it later on. Maybe I'll do something else another time. But at least for this series here, we're going to have Shoktrepet back again because, yeah, he's got some good matchups here. And I think it's going to be pretty good. So he knows about the Disintegrator squads. There's a lot of Disintegrator squads. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, he got jumped. He got jumped. He has to move the Harvesters. And Drive Russian attacking the Refiner. That's a bit of a mistake there. He does get a Harvester anyway, but the other Harvesters are able to fend this off. Oh my god, Shoktrepet, he doesn't have anything coming out. Oh, is this an APC? No, they can easily snipe that APC. If he gets the War Factories, it's going to be terrible. Plus all the lost mining time. He's going to get the War Factory. Oh, and this Harvester as well. No, not quite. That was really poorly handled by Shoktrepet there. I mean, he lost a War Factory and a Harvester. So that's quite poor. I mean, he got jumped, but he should have been able to react a bit better than that. The Harvesters, they can fight. It's hard to fight versus Travel Disintegrators because they are faster than the Harvesters, whereas slow descents cannot catch Harvesters. Harvesters can move away, but the machine guns on the Harvesters are surprisingly effective against Disintegrators. They can one-shot each member of the squad, but of course it's just the sheer numbers that gets them. Drive has opened with 3 Harvesters. If you do a Disin opening, you can go 3 Harvesters. That's generally what you want to do before the third ref. We can see there's more Disintegrators coming out. He popped a portal in the back of the base. He has a Gunwalker out just to clear the scouts. And Shoktrepet doesn't know it, but he's going to be up against some more Disintegrators here. He does have that APC. He does have a Rifleman squad inside. So we're going to have to see what exactly he does with that. He's just moving Disintegrators on the left flank now. He's going to come up and he's going to find, of course, Shoktrepet, because he's behind, he doesn't have anything here. There's nothing here, so Drive might want to just cut in here again. Of course, Drive, maybe he thinks there's going to be a ref there, but of course, Shoktrepet is way off a ref. He lost a War Factory and a Harvester, so he should know that he's probably not going to have a ref down just yet. APC will find the Gunwalker, not going to be important. A tower is being queued now. He's going to find the MCV. He's going to bypass the MCV. He's probably going to go for the War Factory again. A tower comes down. The tower opens up on these units here. He's pulling the Harvesters pretty quickly. The other Harvesters fight, but he will get a Harvester kill still. So again, another small bit. Oh my god, he's going to come back. That tower can't cover this other Harvester. He loses yet another Harvester. This opening is now become... If he loses one more, that's the end of the game. And he does. That's pretty much it here. I don't think Shoktrepet can recover. He's down to a single Harvester. And just the opening antics with Traveler Disintegrators is enough to force Shoktrepet out of the game. So he's obviously under a Smurf name, just in case you guys aren't sure. Drive, Drave, doing the same thing. But nonetheless, yeah, what can you say? The Disintegrators, he just jumped him too many times. Shoktrepet unable to respond effectively, and that's going to be a quick victory for Drive Rush. And he will take a 1-0 lead in this best of 8 series. Game number 2 is coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 2 in the series, Shoktrepet Vs Drive. The Russian showdown rolls on. We are here on Tournament Decision. Of course, Shoktrepet's home game means he gets to pick every single map of the series once again. And we have Drive spawning in the south side as the Reaper 17 player. This is going to be yet another random mirror. And that means Shoktrepet must be in the top northeast side here, playing as Vanilla Nod. So he's got a much better, well, I wouldn't say much better, but he's got a pretty favorable matchup, I would think, just because the map, you know, it's a map where artillery is really important. And Reaper, of course, don't have artillery. Should be able to get that militant squad, no worries. No point running. Oh, the militant squad's actually damaged because he stepped on the Tiberium. But nonetheless, he's early. Took his time killing that squad, but he will get it. Disintegrators coming out from Drive again, but this time they will be the slow Disintegrators. Now, tactics will change when you have slow Disintegrators. You generally don't go for the enemy harvesters, or actually, against Nod, I guess you could, but against GDI, obviously, GDI harvesters, like I was saying in the previous game, can drive faster than Disintegrators, and they can just reverse and fire their machine guns, and you can't actually ever get them. But Nod harvesters are unarmed. They do have stealth, so again, the dynamics will shift. He does get that squad. I don't think he spots the... he spots the Disintegrators now. I was going to say he must have seen them clip his vision. He's going to go for the spike. This Raider buggy's going to have to be microed very carefully because if the Disintegrators turn around, which they're not going to, he's just going to try to go for the spike. He's just going to try... He turns around, Shoktrepet, not paying attention. Oh my god, all the buggy's in heavy damage mode, but these are not Traveler Disintegrators. So he will not be able to run that buggy down no matter what. If they're Traveler Disintegrators, once you get into heavy damage mode, you can't get away. He's really going to go there. I mean, what the dude, oh my god, that's just, oh, that's so tight. I mean, he can't contest that now. That Raider buggy, look at that. It's got a slither of health left here. What's Drive doing on the backside? There's 3 harvesters before second ref again. Going for second ref now. Shoktrepet just with the stock standard open. 4th harvester is down, so he does have an economic lead there. 1 Disintegrator squad. I'm not sure if it's a bad rally or if he's just sending that in. Yeah, he's sending in a damaged squad, I think, just to scout. I think it's just to scout. Yeah, he broke that off on purpose. Second Raider buggy comes out. The rest of the Disintegrators, I think, may be heading for home. It would have been good if he got a tower. Because, I mean, obviously spending money on Disintegrators is already quite expensive. He knows he's not going to get home, so he's trying to get behind the structures, which is a very good idea. It's going to force Shoktrepet to, to dance here. One of these Raider buggies, again, pretty badly damaged still. I'm not sure if that's the one from before he just didn't bother repairing, or if it was damaged in another way, but that's very smart from Drive here. He's just sitting behind the building, and he's going to use the building as cover. He's going to pop out, and it's not going to work. Shoktrepet's on point here now. Oh, a bit of an interesting reverse move there. Oh, he's getting close, isn't he? But nothing much happening. Oh, he does take a swing in it, does some damage there. Might be able to turn back around. He's slowly losing his Disintegrators, slowly but surely. And there's actually a flame tank coming as well. Oh my god, he's gone for a flame tank. That means no third ref. No third ref. It was straight into Operations Center. He's going to see this now. The Disintegrator's like, oh crap, this is not good at all. They're not going to be able to outrun that flame tank, although I think he's going to go for the spike, and the reason why I think he's going for the spike is because he knows he's been spotted. Look at that, just instantly deleting those guys here. It does some hull damage though. That could be important because Seeker tanks are probably coming. Yeah, Seeker tanks are going to be the most applicable defense here unless he has a tier 2, get a Devourer tank out. One Seeker tank is here. Unfortunately for Shoktrepet, this flame tank is not moving. He's forgotten about it. Is stuck on the pipes. I'm not sure. He's trying to move it. Yeah, I think he's got it jammed there. Yeah, you can see it trying to move. It was wiggling its butt a little bit. I'm not sure. I've never seen that happen before. I'm not sure if he just left it there or if it was stuck on the terrain somehow. R16 is pretty buggy. But a few Seekers for defense. More Disintegrators for defense as well. He's obviously a bit concerned that maybe there's a flame tank in the east side as well. He knows that it's a good spot. Deb tank comes out because, you know, that's going to be really good at shutting it down. 3 hits to kill a flame tank, I believe. Scorpion tanks now moving out through the middle of the map. He has double War Factory, no tech, moved his MCV a tiny bit, but Shoktrepet, we'll have to see what he has planned for this. Just going for Scorpion tanks, historically not terrific on this map because of all the choke points. It's pretty easy. Like, tanks want a big open field in which they can move around. But when there's choke points, they can't get through the choke points. He will try to run over those Disintegrators, which was probably not a good idea because he had Raider buggies, he had to kill them, taking unnecessary hull damage. Of course, he does hold that spike, and he's held that spike for a while. 2 Dev tanks here, both with charge, and these Scorpion tanks aren't going to do too much against that. He is splitting his fire there. I'm not sure if those tanks meant to go that way. But these Dev tanks can be very difficult to overrun because they can move back and they can shoot at such range. Battle marker over here as well. Looks like the Disintegrator attack was disrupted there, so that has been destroyed. Hexapod is coming out. Unusual for Reaper to get a Hexapod when they have these tripods, which are just so much better. He's going to take out one more Scorp tank. Yeah, these Scorp tanks aren't going to stand against the Reaper armor. I mean, you've got Dev tanks and tripods here. both heavy hitting units. Shoktrepet is going to have to switch strategies. Seeker tank will be destroyed. He has no tech center to spare. Oh, he does have a tech center. I think he's going for lasers. I think he's going for laser scorps, but I just can't see that panning out. With the choke points, the Reaper player can put their armor in the choke, and the Reaper armor is just extremely difficult to deal with. There's a flame tank coming in the back of the base here, though. This is going to slow Drive down quite a lot. He's going to try to go for the hex pod. He's actually getting 2 structures. Will he get both of them? No, he does get the reactor, though. And this is serious as well because he's lost quite a number. And we'll take out that spike as well. He has lost quite a lot of power, and you can see he's still trying to get his power back up here to get the hex. The hex will come out. He might just sell the warp chasm. I don't know. I know it's chasm, but it's just you always say chasm. It's just one of them things. Putting disintegrators in the hexapod, that's going to make it extremely deadly close up versus armored units. Now he does have the laser capacitor upgrade, but can he stand against the Reaper armor? That's the question. He might have to go, like, it might be good to supplement the lasers with Nod man spam, because he can get the fully upgraded man spam, and we know that Nod fully upgraded man spam is quite potent. It'll force him to build shard walkers, and that's not what he wants to build right now. Now on the plus side, Drive has to abandon his expansion. He's not actually going to attempt to take that. He's got the tripods out. Where's the tech center? He's still working on upgrades. He has no upgrades for his units right now, so that he's had that tech center for quite a long time, and he's built 4 tripods, and a hexapod, and he still hasn't got a single upgrade. He must have forgotten to do that early on. Now again, the Reaper tripods here pretty much unmatched. Now the power plant's going to be destroyed here, and again, low power mode. The drone ship is in transit to the north side, so we know that and look at that. I think Shoktrepet is just sending that one tank in there just to have a look around. Again, the drone ship's up here, which means there is no power. He could upgrade these power plants here. Battle markers going all over the place. We do have EMP coils, and I really like what Masterleaf did with the EMP coils, how he made them color-coded to the color of the faction. It looks so much better, in my opinion. It looks so much better. It's actually easier to see that they have the upgrade as well, which probably helps the enemy more, but still, it's amazing. It's amazingly good. And there's only 2 tripods here. I expect. I thought it was going to be a phase, but it's actually a stasis. EMP coils being used to lock down not the hexapod, but the tripods. 1 tripod will fall. The stasis wasn't good enough. It does not block out enough tanks. 2 are down. There's 1 more over here. No charge on it. He's going to start to shoot at the drone platform. He could EMP that as well. Does take out 1 husk, possibly a second one. Harvest is falling as well. The stasis wears off, which means all these units now are going to come back in play. This corrupt is going to be dead pretty quickly. The drone ship is somewhat damaged. 2 tripods here. Again, no charge on the tripods. They do have shields. He pops down the ref though, but there's enough here. I think you could take out those tripods, especially with the raider buggies. He could just rush in, take off the shields, and then EMP them, and he'd kill those 2, and he overruns this base. There's a dev tank coming as well. Drive knows he needs some more forces up here. Battle markers down here, trying a long range mine, but Shoktrepet has a base down here. Even an obelisk sitting there just in case. He's pulling back. I think he realizes what a good position he was in here. Drive actually going to move the drone ship even closer because he's too far away from this base. The hexapod is here, but again, with all these EMP coils, he had an opportunity to destroy these other 2 tripods, I think, but he just hesitated and backed up. Now that's obviously something that pretty much all players might do at some point. Oh, getting a crush off on that harvester. That harvester was stealth, so you couldn't see it, so that was just blind luck. But Shoktrepet just pulling back. I think he's just going to regroup a bit here. He does have just a single ref on the expansion, which is the same as what Drive has, actually. So Drive actually not looking too bad now. Shoktrepet does, of course, have more under his control. He has this field here, but he's not actually refining from it, which means he's not actually able to grow his forces exponentially. He does have a hit squad down here, and he's going to try to go for the tech. There is a tripod there, but he has EMP coils. He should take out the tripod, I think. He's going to try to go in and take out this tech center. He's going to get right back in the corner now. He'll get the tech center, but these forces will be trapped, and these 2 tripods will be able to destroy, I think, most of what is here. Actually not able to... I was going to say, he wasn't actually shooting at the tech center for a bit there, so he still hasn't managed to destroy it. He will destroy it now. The EMP buggies need to run in, and they need an EMP. He gets an EMP down. 1 of the tripods goes down. The other one goes down because he had the shield on first, but I don't think he has enough tanks left to actually destroy this. If these guys stop mucking around, they should be able to get one. Corruptor is coming. Lightning Spike comes down. We'll get one, but the other Tripod is now awake, and he's going to be able to destroy these 3 tanks. These 2 Dev tanks even coming down here. Not really necessary. Drive now just solidifying on the top base here. Going for Gravity Stabilizer, calling in his I-Core C. He is cheering on the top field here, by the way. He does clean the attack up now. He has been detect. He has been detect, and he's got his tier 2 back, but he sold off and rebuilt. That's interesting. Maybe he didn't want him to see. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he was going to go Storm Riders and he didn't want him to see it, so he moved it, but it doesn't really matter anyway. There is another attack coming down here. He obviously was going to go Storm Riders, but with laser capacitors already done, he's got laser buggies. He could go laser venoms. I'm not sure if Storm Riders would be the best bet. I think he should just keep going armor because this is what's going to work. Will EMP down the Hexapod. Going to be able to... Oh, there's a Redeemer here. I didn't even hear that come out. I did not even hear that come out. He's going to Rage Gen as well. Huge Rage. And he can't phase. He cannot phase while he's raged. And I think that's going to be the end of it. He doesn't actually have a tier 3. And the Hexapod's down. Drive, I think, is going to lose this game. Yes, Drive has lost the game. He has tapped out of the series. Obviously, the replay upload came from himself. I'm not sure how Command Post does the replay upload. It seems to vary. I'm not sure if it's consistent. I never actually bothered to pay attention. But yeah, Shoktrepet has pulled that one back. He got a pretty good faction matchup. I think Drive could have done a lot better in that situation. But nonetheless, Shoktrepet's going to be happy. Pulls the series back. It's 1 apiece. We're going to be jumping to game 3 coming up right now. Okay, guys, welcome back to match number 3 in this best of 8 series between Shoktrepet and Drive Russian. We are going to the map Tournament Crater for our 3rd game of the series here. And if we continue to pan across, we will find Shoktrepet playing as the Black Hand on the north side of Tournament Crater. And that means the one and only Drive Russian is also Black Hand on the south side. We have a Black Hand mirror on our hands. By the way, guys, this is a random mirror again. So it looks like we've had 3 games in a row of a random mirror. So they're probably looking to continue that now. They could just be doing it just to shake things up a bit, or they could be doing it to try to get an advantage on the other player so that the other player doesn't know what they're up against. There has been some talk recently to have the loading screen actually display the faction that is picked. There's been a bit of talk about that because, again, in a pro situation, having random on one side definitely gives the other side, or definitely gives that person an advantage if they know what scouts are up. Oh my god, Drive actually got the EMP spike really early there. He actually expends an engineer. We'll grab both of his spikes. Now, just while I got sidetracked, let's change the topic even further about this map. When this map first came out, everyone immediately thought, including myself, it is 6-shooter showdown as a 1v1. It looks very much inspired by 6-shooter. I was always on the fence about it. I didn't think it was that good, but nowadays I actually think it's a pretty good map. It's actually a pretty good map. It's a map that has a lot of terrain on it, a lot of choke points, like a lot of choke points, a lot of terrain, but it works. It just works. They just made it work. So, well done. I actually need to double check who the designer of this map is. I don't think it's Technique. I think it might be someone else. I don't want to quote out there just in case the map maker is watching. I should really know, but I don't. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on what's happening in this game because I sort of have been distracted. Double Raider Buggy. Wait, whoa. He went double Raider Buggy. There's bikes coming out from Shoktrepet, but surely Drive does not know about that. No, he's got no clue.
Insufficient funds.
I think maybe Shoktrepet is expecting bikes to rock up, which is why he's waiting here. But Drive went for it. Oh, Drive is going for bikes as well. He went 3 engineers, 2 Raider Buggies, and now bikes. He only has 3 harvesters. Shoktrepet's only got 3 as well because he built a bunch of bikes. He built a lot of bikes. No, he built 5. He will get a Raider Buggy straight away. So Drive knows about it. I think Shoktrepet's, he's so worried he's going to get hit by bikes. What was his scouting like again? Does he have the flanks? He's got one flank secure, but the other flank is sort of not, and he's sending a Black Can squad there, not a Black Can, a Cabal squad there to check it out. In these Nod mirrors, it is so fragile in certain parts of the game. It's so fragile. If you get jumped once and out of position once, that can do just devastating damage. Takes a volley to the structure, and that will allow him to fire back and get 2 bikes basically for free. Nice one there from Drive. Having the Cabal squad there really prevents anything from capturing that. But I mean, he saw the EMP control center, but a lot of the time when you see it, you don't necessarily realize it's been captured. Master Leaf has, of course, changed the stripes on the side to make it look a bit more appealing. And I think he's redone the entire thing in another version of his 4K mod. He's always working on more updates for it, but Haven't yet seen that one come out. Do we have the spikes? No, he hasn't. No, this one doesn't have the fancy spikes, and I don't believe he's really dolled up the spikes a bit more as well. But I think he's having some desync issues with his latest version, so they haven't actually made it to the final. Battle marker over here. Again, neither side really wanting to commit, just going to go safely into their expansions. One ref each, bikes coming out. And this is the thing. This is one of those black hand mirrors where instead of being 100%, everyone's just blasting each other down. It's this maneuvering game where both sides are constantly just maneuvering their forces back and forth, just trying to outmaneuver, find a gap, and unless they're absolutely sure, they don't go in. So Drive now pushing forward. We are going to see a bit of a clash here, and again, turns around at the side of the enemy. We'll lose a bike there. Again, at this stage of the game, losing 1 or 2 units here or there is pretty meaningless because the economy is rolling for both these players. Drive not claiming blue tib. Shoktrepet is claiming blue tib. These blue tib fields are somewhat vulnerable. There are 3 entrances. Drive has a raider buggy here. Going to go have a look. Not sure if he actually saw that the harvest. This keeps drawing my attention. It's just these 2 Cabal squads fighting. A few infantry units going to the flank. This is obviously to prevent or to disrupt a bike attack of some kind. Drive gets a full scout off. He's going to be impressed with that. Hand of Nod is there just in case he needs to blast out some rocket squads because it's so easy to defend with Black Hand infantry. Like, Black Hand infantry is so hard to dislodge because of the flame units. Oh, that's nice. He's got a rocket squad in there. Ideally, you'd want to put 3 rocket squads in there because then that just becomes a huge problem for Buggy. And he does have the flame unit there as well. And now he's going to shoot up. This is what this was for. Shoktrepet doesn't realize it. He rallied out there and he's like, hang on a second, there's actually units there killing me. So he needs to back off there. Actually kills the rocket squad but loses a few more units. But yeah, these things here, just crammed them full of triple rocket, and that just it's a nightmare for Buggy. It's going to do a lot of damage before you can overrun it. The bunkers, especially this actual specific building, has a lot of HP on it, so it's very difficult. Here we go. We have an opening here for Drive. Russian, he'll get a harvester kill straight away. Pulls the harvester though. He's going to get the harvester pull. He should be able to get that harvester. He will get it, but unfortunately on the way out, he's going to take a little bit of damage. Oh my god, that laser turret. He will get the last couple of bikes there. A few bikes getting away. Yeah, I guess so. It was alright. It's probably going to shake Shoktrepet up. Sometimes this can be a bit of a morale shaker when they get a harvester like that, when you weren't expecting them to be able to get one. Second War Factory's down here. He's got the tier 1.5 on the way, going for the flame infantry as well, but we already know that Drive's had his for quite some time. A few raider buggies here. Rebuilds the harvester he lost, so Shoktrepet on point with his economy. Doesn't want to lose anything here. He's got a flame tank on the left flank. Now he does have a Cabal squad in here. Of course, these guys can clear. He switches targets to the enemy Cabal squad. Battle marker over there. He's going to be able to overrun this. A few Scorp tanks there. I'm not sure what they're doing. Tib Vane, that's what it's for. He will Tib Vane, and all those bikes are in range. Oh my god, that's really bad. All those bikes are destroyed. MCV is moving down. He's got 2 MCVs. He's got the tier 1.5. Doesn't get another click off just yet. He does overrun that bunker. And he's going to have to put down his shredder turrets here. I'm not sure if he has a tech center just yet. Nothing much else happening. Hopefully Shoktrepet's flame tanks. Oh! Hopefully Shoktrepet's flame tanks can get some work done on the other side, because right now he's being sieged. He doesn't have supercharged particle beams. A purifier comes out. He needs to quickly rush these infantry forces, but no, he heads to the left flank instead. And now Drive is just going to change targets. We see battle markers on the other side of the map. Not sure what's happening there. This purifier should be able to get some of these units here. Not. Oh yeah, big flame at the last moment there. He has charged particle beams done. Battle marker over there. He cleans up the flame tank. He cleans up the flame tank with the bikes. He destroyed one of Shoktrepet's MCVs. This multi-MCV is not working out. He's down a ref. He rebuilt yet another MCV. Oh my god, he does have the EMP spike. By the way, I don't think Drive's actually used his flame tank over here by Drive. That's Drive's flame tank. Oh my god, Shoktrepet is in so much trouble. There's another one over there, and he's firing from the top side. That's insane. I didn't know you could actually do that. It looks like Shoktrepet's flame tanks, if we have keep an eye on the radar, they didn't do anything. Oh man, Shoktrepet's taken so much damage though. He's taken so much damage. He's going to lose his EMP spike. Drive could even take that structure as long as he clears out these units here. Battle markers over there. So bikes running in. Oh my god, 2 dead harvesters. 3 dead harvesters. He's got Tib Core. Oh my god. Shoktrepet's just losing on every front here now. He's just being picked apart. He's just being picked apart here. He's just going to suicide these bikes because it doesn't matter, because he's destroyed all the harvesters. Like, you might as well just sack the bike. 2 of those bikes, 1 of the bikes is going to get away. Battle markers down here. It doesn't feel like it even really matters at this point. Shoktrepet's taken such heavy damage in this game. He doesn't have the funds to fund a double war factory. He's got a second ref down again, but there's just no harvesters. Harvesters being pulled from the main. He has been harvesting his blue tib field, but so is Drive. Drive is now powering on blue tib. He's got full upgrades. He's going for all 3 upgrades now. He's got 2 of them. Redeemer on the way. Hasn't made a gorgeous expansion, but it really doesn't matter right now. Shoktrepet trying to get his Redeemer out because he knows he's going to have to get that out. Flame Tank coming in. Oh, it's got too much health for this Shredder turret to deal with. He's going to lose yet another refinery. He hasn't got any units to respond to this. Oh, he needs an obelisk. He needs something. He's got a defensive structure queued, but he just placed it elsewhere. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on there. There is a flame tank in his base. Oh my god, he's in so much. He somehow gets that flame tank. But again, this other one here is now causing him some problems. Actually, Drive not really. He's having a bit of trouble trying to focus with that. He will be trying to go for the power. Might be able to get another power plant before he goes down. Yes, he will. He finally deals with it. Drive's Redeemer is out, and he's going to make a move. I think the MCV is now coming down here. He's out of tib. He's completely out of tib, so he needs to make a move now. He's made a move very late. That's the only saving grace for Shoktrepet, is that Drive hasn't made a proper move for this area here. Just keep an eye out for flame tanks. The Redeemer, though, oh my god, just destroys all those infantry forces there. And it's going to be charged particle beams, and there's no rockets here. It's just Cabals, so they're going to be destroyed pretty quickly. Redeemer is out, and it's pretty close by, so it should be able to come and save this MCV. He needs to fence the MCV. He needs 2 obelisks right now. If he can get 2 obelisks... No, it's just Shredder turrets. Oh, man, this isn't going to do anything. He's trying to double racks out this. If he had 2 obelisks, he could be in such a better position here, because his Redeemer... He does rage, which means Drive cannot rage. Drive is sort of in an attack move right now, and he's taking a lot of damage here. He's actually going to have to retreat, because he's actually significantly behind on the health game. He will rage, but it's not going to matter, because everything's already shooting. Oh, this turret here will change targets. They're killing some of the infantry. That's nice. He should have powered that one down, but nonetheless, Drive is going to have to retreat. Pretty heavy damage on his Redeemer, whereas Shoktrepet has got full health. This, again, is his one saving grace here. He should be able to chase this in, but EMP buggies are here. Oh my god. He's walking into a trap. He's walking into a trap. He has the EMP spike as well, by the way. I think, has he forgotten he's got the EMP spike? He's going to use the EMP buggies. He will use the EMP buggies. Drive, he does. He's got the EMP spike ready to go, and he's using the EMP. He could have just EMP'd it. I mean, maybe he wants to save it. He doesn't actually have enough DPS here. Bikes are flooding in from the left side now. Tib Core does a lot of damage, but at the same time, you need to disable the enemy units. And this is not going to end well. Shoktrepet's going to lose his Redeemer. He's going to lose his Redeemer. Maybe one more Rage. No, another EMP comes down, and that is the end of the Redeemer there. I think Shoktrepet may just bail from this game. I can't see him getting ahead now. He does have a lot of infantry here, actually. And he's destroying harvesters, but the Redeemer's got too much health. He could just walk in and flame this. That one Shredder turret just being annoying. Battle markers over here. He's flooding through to this base here. There's actually nothing here. There's no defense at all, and he can just take out that one harvester, which was only rallied there. It's not even harvesting. Actually, no, that's Drive's harvester. He could EMP the MCV if he wanted to. He's not even going to bother with it. Yeah, that's the end of the game. And that was just... Shoktrepet just lost way too much in the mid game. He got hit by flame tanks, he got hit by infantry, he got hit by bikes, he got hit by everything, and he had nothing. He had no counterattack going on. He did send those 2 flame tanks, but Drive cleaned them up. He just popped them, and that was all the flame tank harassy that he was ever going to see. And then, yeah, Drive destroying an MCV, clicking away the army, dropping a ref, flame tanks in. I mean, it was just way too much. I mean, credit to Shoktrepet for making a game out of it at the end. He really he almost got Drive's Redeemer. I thought he was going to get that for sure. If he had an obelisk drop instead of a Shredder drop, he would have been fine. But nonetheless, Drive turns around and is just like, hey, he didn't even use the EMP spike. I mean, surely he didn't forget that he had that, but we had 20 grand in favor of Drive as well, so you can see there, Drive's economy not... Look at that, oh my god, he flatlined during that attack there. That was really bad, but anyway... Drive will take a 2-1 lead in the series, but it's a long way from over. Game number 4 is coming up right now. Okay, guys, welcome to game number 4 in the Shoktrepet Vs Drive Russian Showdown here. This is the Champions League, if you don't already know that. Match of the week number 2 takes us to Tournament Badlands once again. Oh, yeah, Upstage in Highlands. We have Drive Russian on the west side playing as Nod Vanilla. And that's going to leave the man of the hour, Shoktrepet's with his home game advantage here, playing as Zocom. They are sticking with the random mirrors here, perhaps trying to get an edge on one another, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 militants to the bottom side and 1 militant to the top here. Maybe he's worried about buzzers, maybe he's worried about Scrin. We'll have to wait and see. But again, Badlands, always been a bit of a fan of Badlands. You know, I think, is it better than Highlands? I think it is better than Highlands, to be honest. I mean, this is a Predator-made map. The Technique version tournament Highlands is just a little bit too technique-y, if you know what I mean. But there's no way this squad can overwhelm this Rifleman squad there. Not going to happen. Drive now knows what he's up against. He will split his forces off here. So 2 of the militants went to the middle there, able to overrun any squad they like. But again, they're going to find another squad in the south. Can't win that in a 1v1 matchup. He will have a Raider buggy come out to dispose of that squad. That garrison is taken, so scouting is intact. Now, in this situation, when a Raider buggy comes out, you generally know it's probably not going to be... I mean, it could be a flame rush, but you're gonna delay your own flame rush by building a buggy. You can build bikes, but yeah, generally speaking, probably about 80% of the time, if they build a buggy first, they're probably ecoing. Again, I don't want everyone to just assume that's going to happen all the time, because it doesn't, but I just find that's generally what people like to do. And as we can see, it is going to be an economic build behind this. 3 harvesters here for Drive. Battle marker over there. Just trying to pick away that power plant. And it's interesting because it's hard to put a tower up here. If he moved his squad a bit up here, then it'd be impossible to tower that down. But Drive, not going to move that. Some pit bulls were forced out. I believe there was more than one. Yeah, there's 3. It's going to find this harvester. This is annoying, but again, the War Factory repairs are going to be enough. Forces out another Raider buggy. I like to do this as well. You move your MCV into it. You build your refs here and you move your MCV into a little bit of a gap so you can redeploy. You can move from here to here, redeploy, place a power plant, and move on, and it just allows you to move that bit quicker. We'll drop a tower, but doesn't even bother shooting. He's actually in range. He instead just gets the squad to do the job for him. Rocket squad's coming out as well. He's going to need another harvester right now. He's on 4. He's going for some bikes now, so... he's just playing it safe. He's against SOCOM, and Shoktrepet going to go for the north side blue tib field. He's going to make a play. Now, he knows there's forces there already. Now, the rocket harvester has no escort. Oh my god, wait. Shoktrepet, where are your escorts? Oh my god, he's going to send this harvester up here, and Drive's just going to find it. I mean, it's got rockets on it. Is he just... oh no, here we go, finally. Oh, just in time. Where is he going? Oh my god. I think he had him to attack the bikes. He needs to destroy the bikes. If he destroys the bikes, the harvester will be fine. And he will focus the bikes down there. He loses a pit bull though. And that's the thing, the harvester is now exposed. He's actually out of the range because the rockets have a very brief range. He should be able to get one more if he fires. He will... oh, he splits his fire between bikes as well. He needs to kill some of these bikes. A little bit of overkilling there, but again, the harvester was destroyed. He does get a buggy, and he should get one... oh my god, doesn't even get one more. Oh, actually, some infantry coming here as well. So he will be able to destroy those. All the action focused up here. Now, he did destroy the harvester. Now, he traded some units for it, but it's probably still beneficial for Drive there. Battle marker on the bottom side. Oh my god, something happened to that harvester. That harvester's taken significant damage. I'm not sure what happened to that harvester. But he's not going to get away. Drive just transitions across the... or just repositions across the map. It's like, hey, I'm going to get a second harvester. This is really bad for Shoktrepet. Shoktrepet's trying to do an infantry push. He put down a laser turret, but that's not going to do anything against his infantry. He does have the upgrade as well, which is going to make it very difficult for the shredder turrets to do anything. Look how weak the shredder turrets are versus this infantry squad here. Drive has bike, buggy, just actually mainly just bike, which aren't going to do anything against these rocket squads. I'm not sure if this is going to be a strong enough push here from Shoktrepet. He lost 2 harvesters already, and he's gone for this push. I mean, he's forcing Drive to put down a lot of turrets here. He's trying to go around the turrets, but again, look how little damage they do against this. Actually, a militant squad coming, that could be a problem. He's going to have to use the rockets to try to kill it, and he should be able to do that. Again, with stealth harvesters though, Drive doesn't really have anything to worry about. I mean, a scan could come down. Few bikes. Oh, was that another dead harvester? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it was. Maybe. Oh, it probably was. There's only 2 harvesters there. Shoktrepet is... he's only got 2... he's got 4 harvesters. He's in a lot of trouble. This attack isn't going to work out. It's delaying Drive a little bit, but he's trying to attack behind it. Go for Scorpion tanks as well. Should be able to clean this up. Pitbull is coming to help detect stealth, but most of the rifleman squads, sorry, rocket squads have been cleaned up here. Shoktrepet needs some... he needs some harvesters, and he needs them now. I don't think this open, like, losing... like, the infantry push was good, but he lost 2 harvesters behind it, and obviously we now know he's lost more than 2 because there was harvesters missing. He's going for his own tier 2, but he's trying to recover harvest. He's trying to go for the blue tib field again. He doesn't have any units to defend any harvesters right now. He's going to lose a spike. Yeah, that's the thing. He's sending these harvesters out, and there's nothing to guard them, and he knows there's units out from Drive. I think Drive still has some bikes left, maybe. Oh no, he used them all to kill the harvesters over there. But this Scorpion tank's out. Doesn't have AP ammo, but with compo, with the Tiberium field suits, it's going to be pretty impossible for those militants to actually kill these rifleman squads here. Battle marker down here. I think he's getting a battle marker from the infantry in the foxhole. Oh my god, unfortunately for Shoktrepet, only a tiny bit of Tibbers half. I think he may have, yeah he is, he was manually ordering that as well because it was driving in an awkwardly straight line. Driver's going to spot this, probably going to respond with tanks. Oh my god, he's going for lasers, triple war factory lasers, and he's got the economy to back it up as well. He's taking blue tip from the top field. You know, he's taking blue tip from the top field. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 harvesters on the expansion. 1, 2, wait. Only 3 harvesters on the main. Okay. Oh, he's got 1 harvester down here, I guess. Oh, he's going to lose another one. It's just so frustrating. He does have some hammerheads here. They might be able to save it. Oh, he just gets it. He got the upgrade. He shot with the cannon, then the upgrade done, and he got it. Shoktrepet is just not rolling his luck rolls in this series right now. He sort of needs to win this. Otherwise, Drive is getting close to at least forcing out a draw, a minimum draw. But he's going to be looking in a great spot to take the series if he takes this game. But yeah, these with lasers done, I mean, what are these hammerheads going to do? They don't have composite armor. He's just going to run through. There's no ground forces. There's no tanks. There's nothing. He has to put down a guardian cannon. He's not even going to be able to save the MCV. He's going to get one more structure out. He drops that structure. I'm not sure what it was. And look at that. He has to engage. Doesn't have ceramic armor. Even if he did, these lasers are still remarkably effective. And this is just going to be a walkover. Shoktrepet just taking way too much economic damage in the early game, and he does have composite armor now, or ceramic armor, but it's a bit. He's calling in the bloodhounds. He's probably got a little bit too much money because he doesn't have a lot of production going. He's sitting over the airfield, which is nice, but there's too many laser buggies there. Yeah, that was just put in a nice package for Drive. He just completely outplayed Shoktrepet in that game, losing those harvesters, unescorted harvesters on multiple occasions. I mean, you can't just send them out there when you know there's units. Look at the economy there. I mean, come on, Shoktrepet, you can do better than that. Drive just very gradually from the 3-4 minute mark, he broke away, and then he just kept getting further and further as harvesters were getting lost. And Drive, he has a 3-1 lead in the series. If he takes one more game, he can force out at a minimum a draw, but again, it's looking likely that he could take a victory here. I mean, Shoktrepet played good on the decision game, but just think it could have been a little bit closer here. Drive in, I wouldn't say total control. He's definitely notably doing a bit better in these series, but series is not over yet. We have game number 5 coming up right now. Okay, guys, welcome to game number 5, Shoktrepet v Drive in this series. If you're a Shoktrepet fan, you'll be enjoying his match of the week highlights here. But if you're a Drive fan, you'll be enjoying the fact that Drive is ahead. Speaking of which, Drive is in the bottom south side playing as Reaper 17. He is random, so Reaper random versus random Shoktrepet. He has got marked of Kane. Oh, it's always so annoying when they open like this with the extra mock squads. He's only got 2, but he's got a full health one there. Oh, he's got 2 of the... Oh my god, yeah, this is the thing. He's got extra buzzers here. Oh man, he's never going to get that. Not in a million years. He's just going to be able to destroy those guys. Actually, let him get pretty close. Now, going through the tennis courts is bad as well because these fences will block your buzzers. Your buzzers have to go through the gap, so you can stand on the other side of a fence, and they have to do this maze through, which just makes them take even longer to get to you. But again, he knows he's up against Scrid now, and this is probably going to be okay for him. Actually, quite a lot of buzzers were built from Drive. There's 3 more squads on the south side. He's got so many mock squads, though. He has got a lot of mock squads out in this situation. He has to build a Shard Walker. He knows there's so many of them. He's going to get all of his mock squads together. I think he can actually overrun... Oh, excuse me. I think he's actually going to be able to overrun this Shard Walker. He's got so much EMP potential. He misses with his first shot, which is not good. Oh, there's bikes coming. There's bikes behind this as well. Oh man, the Shard Walker's dead. And once the Shard Walker dies... Oh, look at that. He's trying to fire down one bike. He does a pretty good job of trying to get it. Buzzer has to detach. The Shard Walker is dead. Seeker Tank comes out. That's not going to do too much against these mock squads, which are now trundling towards the front line. This is what's really annoying in the situation. Drive has to deal with this. 2 Seeker Tanks comes out. That's going to help him against the bikes, but I mean, he can just EMP this drone platform for like 20 years, and then he can just eco out of it. He's going to be able to... Oh, he does get the EMP off. Oh, he lost a lot of squads then, though. And he's going to lose... Oh my god, he lost the lot. Oh man, 1 buzzer hive. That's amazingly good value for Drive there. That was really good from Drive. I mean, at this point, he should have just spread out his mock squads because that was the only way he was going to lose them. And Drive getting a little bit lucky there, spawning right on it. Shoktrepet having to wait a second before he used his EMP. But yeah, getting rid of all 4 squads like that. I mean, again, he could have just EMP this over and over and over again, and Drive would have just fallen significantly behind. 5 harvesters out, and what's he got? He's got 4 harvesters out. He's working, no, he's not even working on a 5th harvester. He's building more combat units, probably looking to get more bikes out. Has moved to his expansion, which is a plus. That takes time. Oh, but a tier 2 is coming out, which means Drive has aggression on his mind. He's probably going to pump dev tanks. Oh, they're going to be so difficult to deal with in this situation. Like, you got to try to overrun those. Ref comes down. Does he have blue? No, he's not going for blue tip. It was a raider buggy. Just checking. I think he's relatively blind. Where are his bikes? He does have some bikes. He's got 3 bikes. They are moving across the map. He has repaired them up, which is nice. He can overrun a singular tank just fine. We'll get that buzzer swarm. Drive a little bit uneasy. He doesn't obviously know what Shoktrepet's doing. If Shoktrepet is building more combat units or if he is trying to eco out of this situation. He's going to pull back all of his units to his base here, and he has a laser turret down. Gets a shot off, will take a swing, and then turns around. Will get away just with his bikes. No bikes lost. Doesn't get the Seeker tank, but the Seeker tank is so badly damaged that, you know, it's not going to take much to finish that. Even going to pull his bikes back for repairs. Not quite close enough to that war factory, unfortunately. Laser turret comes down. He should switch the target to the other Seeker tank. Oh, he does. Luckily, I think it was just by default. Oh my god, it's a dev push. He didn't charge his devs up. Oh no, it's a second ref. Oh no. Oh, Shoktrepet. Oh, this is really bad. Oh no, he's going to have to try to defend. He's going to have to try to overrun these tanks right away. He might get one off the bat. That laser turret doing a lot of damage. Oh, and shooting him in the rear arm. And he's 1 push off. Doesn't quite get that dev tank. Oh man, if a war factory comes down, it's going to be good night. He needs more turrets and a lot more of these turrets. Might actually get that one. Drive has wandered into a bit of a death zone there. He needs his warp sphere coming down to get these repairs. Once his warp sphere's down here, I don't think he can hold with just turrets alone. Yeah, he pops it down. Oh, no, that was bad. He should have held that one back just momentarily. Big EMP comes down. Doesn't actually get the warp sphere, though. That could be important. He's sitting behind the warp sphere. And again, Drive has no charge on the dev tanks. Big EMP again. Gets another EMP. Repair tools are doing their thing, though. Scorpion tanks, I don't think they're going to handle this. I think he should just go infantry. Infantry and just spam EMP, spam rocket, spam EMP. Oh, this is getting messy. This is getting real messy. The Seeker tank, he does save the harvester. The Seeker tank goes down just before he can destroy the harvester. Big buzzer swarm coming out here, just killing all the infantry, but the buzzer swarm is done, and look at all these hives. Oh my god, he has some charge. He's going to get that ref, no worries. Does he have a tech center? No, he has another war factory. I don't think it's going to work. There's too many devs. He's going to be able to obliterate any armor that Shoktrepet is able to put down now, and he's going to start taking these out. Huge EMP, by the way. Huge EMP. He's trying to capitalize. Oh my god, it's a monster EMP. And the Scorp tanks are coming in, trying to focus down that dev tank. They will get it. They need to get more than this, though. There's actually quite a number. And the Corruptors actually changed focus. Another dev tank will be destroyed. A third one goes down. Drive's trying to back up. He should get some repairs here. That's nice. Gets behind the war factory. Has 2 charged devs on the flank here. Also firing at these Scorp tanks. These Scorp tanks won't be able to handle this now. I don't think it's going to matter. I think he should have just gone mass rockets and EMP and pop down more and more of these turrets. And eventually these turrets will build up to the point where there's so many of them that nothing will be able to survive here. Does get a dev tank as well. Shooting at the dev tank on the flank there. He might be able to get it with the Scorps. It is exposed. He should focus that one. It's in front of the war factory. It's charging up. He should be able to get it. It's firing though. He will get that one. 3 dev tanks remaining. Now the ones... Oh my god, he sold his drone platform. Oh my god. Dude, this would be perfect time to go into mass infantry now. He should be able to get that Corruptor that's coming in now. The thing about Shoktrepet here is he does have stealth harvesters, which means he can refine, or he can harvest. He can't so much refine. I can't believe this refiner is still alive, by the way. Oh my god, this is so intense. He's actually pushing these units back. Another turret comes down. Oh, look at that positioning. The turret is on the other side. He can't actually destroy the hub. He can destroy the smaller turrets here. That dev tank may fall. He does get it. Oh, that harvester going down now. The disintegrators are revealing the stealth. No, it's not going to matter. Oh man, Drive is just pushing through. And I think that's pretty much it for Shoktrepet. Yeah, he takes a 4-1 lead. It is an inassailable lead now. So no matter what, Drive cannot lose the series. The best that Shoktrepet can hope for is to force a draw, but he will have to win 3 games in a row to do that. And I just felt the opportunity to hold that was there. It was there. But I don't think scoring takes were a good idea. If he just put down Hand of Nods behind the line and just pumped EMP and rockets and laser turrets, he would have just eventually built this impenetrable wall that Drive wouldn't be able to get through. And I think that's where most of the damage was being done with the EMPs. When the EMPs came down, he was fine, but he didn't do it enough. I mean, you saw those monster EMPs. It's just like it was obvious that's what he needed to do in that situation. Not able to put it together. Drive, very aggressive. Drive, not letting up, not giving him a chance. And that's what I think Drive was going for, to just smash Shoktrepet's morale there, just to smash in and cause him to panic. And when you panic, you sort of just pump out units, and sometimes they're not the right units. Big resource difference there. I mean, Drive sold his drone at the end there. He went all in that last final push, and it was enough. He takes a 4-1 lead. Series is not over just yet, of course. You know, Shoktrepet can still hope for a draw, but we're going to jump into game number 6 that is coming up right now. Okay, guys, welcome to game number 6, Shoktrepet versus Drive. This game will take us to the Tiki Turmoil. That's right, it's tikiest of the turmoils. Man of the hour, Shoktrepet is in the south side here, playing on his second home game of the season. Unfortunately, if you're a Shoktrepet fan, you can see the scoreboard. He cannot win this series no matter what. He's playing as a mock, by the way. The best he can hope for is a draw. He's got to try to salvage this series, but Drive Russian is going straight for his second victory in a row and straight for the top of the ladder if he can do so. He has also dealt mock in this random mirror. Look at all the mock squads. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squads. 2 of them at full health. Now, if you don't watch this game enough, you'll know that anything that's drafted from a building will only give you 1 unit, because otherwise that would be stupidly broken. Unfortunately for Shoktrepet, he's going to get gunned down. Oh my god, what is that engineer doing? That engineer, he needs to get behind and hope for the best. He's rolling his luck card. He's rolling the luck card. He's going to get the luck card. Oh, he gets it. He can probably actually just destroy that tower. Oh my god, he could EMP it and actually destroy it. And this is the thing, he spent money on the engineer, and now he's spending money to repair it. He could just run straight up to its minimum range as well. Now, this, of course, will slow Drive down immensely. Not Drive, sorry. Oh my god, Shoktrepet, he's going to go 2 War Factory all in. Is this Drive's? Is this Drive's unit? No, that is Shoktrepet's unit. Oh my god, it's so hard to see. Yeah, it is Shoktrepet's own unit. He's going 2 War Factory all in. And this might work because, one, all these units are being stalled very heavily. Raider Buggy comes in as well. You look at that, he moves closer to close range. Oh, he missed, but he does get the tower. I think he was trying to go for the buggy and the tower. Oh, he shows that he's got a bike. I don't know why he did. Oh, he's going to lose a bike. Oh my god. Oh, that's huge. If you're all in rushing, just throwing away a unit like that. Oh, he must have had a rally point there. Now Drive knows. Oh, hang on, there's bikes coming out. He's built his own bikes now. Oh, he's sort of... big EMP comes down. I think the Raider Buggy will... Oh, another EMP comes down. He's going to lose a Raider Buggy because these bikes are going to rock up. I think Shoktrepet's only options to go around, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, he can't see what we can see. Yeah, there goes that buggy. He will get around these forces. I don't think Drive realizes that. No, they're just out of vision. They're going to cross the spike, though. And is he going to go for the enemy base? No, he's not. He's got some bikes. He's going to pull back. Shoktrepet is here. He has quite a lot of units. Sells the War Factor, not the War Factor. Oh, big EMP, but it misses. That was huge. He sold that power plant because he wanted to blast down the EMP, but Shoktrepet just juked it out. He's going to take a spike now. He's going to hold both the spikes on the map once he claims that. But here's 2 War Factory all in now. Drive. Does Drive know it's a 2 War Factory all in? No, he doesn't. He can't quite see it. Maybe he can sort of sense that it is. The MCV should be here. Maybe it's moved. I don't know. Does he know it's all in? He hasn't sold his MCV yet. I think he's going for a barracks. These are his units, by the way, moving through the middle here. Oh, he has to put down that power plant he sold. He's building a Scorp tank. He's only on 2 harvesters. Look at this. We'll find Drive's bikes, and this is like the war in the Pacific where each side's looking for each other's carriers. You're trying to find out where the other guy's bike swarm is so you can position to get around it. Are they on the other side of the map? Where are they? Can I strike him without him striking me? Because if you can strike the enemy's harvesters and he's far from your base, then generally speaking the enemy will turn around to go and defend. Laser turret comes down. Oh, that's just a pain, isn't it? He's just going to get some free shots. Look at that. Shoktrepet got off pretty lightly there, actually. I think only 1 bike, maybe 2. It's hard to tell sometimes. The action is so frantic in these bike buggy matchups. I don't enjoy playing bike buggy matchups, but I enjoy watching them. That Raider buggy will be destroyed. Dual Scorpion tanks coming out as well. EMP comes down. EMP will come down. He's going to try to focus down the hub, but I mean, he really needs to worry about these units which are coming at him now. Another one just drops down. I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, he does get it, but I mean, that's the thing. It's 2 War Factory all in. Has Drive got a 3rd Harvester up? He does. He's got a 3rd Harvester up now. I mean, Shoktrepet could go 3. He does have 3 Harvesters, not taking the blue tip field, neither side doing that. Battle Markers over here. Scorp Tank is there. Again, he's just dropping these turrets. Shoktrepet needs to oh, double EMP, misses there. I don't think Shoktrepet needs to fight inside these laser turrets. Oh, the buggies go forward. Nice control here. Very nice control by Shoktrepet. He will move forward now, gets a big EMP. EMP is one of his own tanks. Unfortunately, actually, this is not going too well. I mean, it looked like it was coordinated there. Those 2 tanks are overlapping as well, so they're actually going to take splash damage. Not too bad, but I mean, this could be the death throw. I mean, just attacking continuously into these laser turrets. Dude, just go around them. Just go around them. I mean, he's spending a lot of money on those. You know, he can't leave them there forever, which means he's going to sell them off eventually. But 2 War Factory all in. Drive holds his MCV. This is huge because he's got his MCV. At any time, he could dunk a second ref and then he'd be set. He's got bikes, he's got tanks, and he's got some turrets sitting around. Shoktrepet doesn't really have a lot to his name. His forces are pretty... Oh, that Scorpion tank, how did he get away there? He is running on fumes. His chassis is like hanging off. He's going to get some repairs though. So the best thing that Shoktrepet can hope for now is to pull all of his resources together, all of his army together, and strike Drive's economy. Again, striking into these lasers. He's destroyed a couple of them, but I mean, again, this is just drawing fire. It's allowing Drive's units to actually do the damage. He's getting a scout off, so he will see... Oh, there's an MCV. Did he spot that? He hasn't spotted the MCV. The MCV will cross his vision. Will almost certainly cross his vision. He can see it now. But the question is, even though it's in his vision... Does he actually spot it or does he not? He has got a ref down. Interestingly, put a ref on the expansion. He could have put a second one down here and it would have been easy to defend against any type of harassment before setting up his next base. Another structure on the way. This is building way too quickly for anything else other than a power plant. But looks like he's going to transition out of the game. He's going for blue tib by the look. Yeah, look at that. Shoktrepet getting blue tib. This is very nice, by the way, that he's getting that early on. Going to need some more harvests coming out. Ref comes down the expansion. Not actually too bad, so maybe the all-in last final push I was thinking of isn't necessary. Oh, Driver's got some scouting units over here, and these are just easy pickings. I don't think he's going to get that bike. Actually, no, he's going to get that bike. There we go. He will take out both scouts. There are 5 tanks on the flank of this hit squad. There is 1 turret, but they can circumvent that, go around, maybe strike the power. There is 1 bike over there. He's going to have to do something to... Yeah, he's got some bikes coming back to deal with that. So, Drive just scouting out that, yes, there is indeed a... MCV back out. Shoktrepet abandons the attack on the main there. He actually had 6 tanks, not 5. Yeah, look at that. Second turret comes down. You don't want to waste your time dealing with those turrets. I think the turrets are getting changed again because CGF went a little bit overboard with the turrets, even though no one wanted that. He got sort of like all Charles Moddy in his mind that he needs to break them as much as he possibly can. But yeah, they definitely need to be toned down a bit. They shoot way too quickly now. And it's very easy to use them. Have an engineer coming out. He's going to try to grab the other tower. Now, he has held 2 spike, which is something, again, another scout is cut off. Drive is having a really hard time scouting, by the way. He can't get a read on exactly where Shoktrepet is in this game. Every single one of his scouts, and he's just hemorrhaging bikes every time he does this, are getting cut off. He's just cutting them off. So that's really good. He's hiding what he's doing. He's recovering that harvest. He needs to go back to one of the close ones. Drive, meanwhile, going to go for Dozer Blades, no doubt. I think Dozer Blades is the way to go. He does have big EMP blast, and these bikes are dead. He's going to be able to destroy those. There is the Saboteur there. If he had the tower, this would have been a different story. But he doesn't have the tower. And again, going back to what I was saying before, he does have 2 spikes. And he's had 2 spikes for quite some time. That's important because Drive doesn't have any spikes. So he's getting only economy from his harvesters, whereas... Shoktrepet's getting 20 cred a second. You know, that's 200 creds, 600. That's 1,200 cred per minute that he's getting, which is not huge, but I mean, after 5 minutes, that's 5,000. That's 6 grand. You know, so it adds up. The thing about spikes is that in the long run, they have a big impact. In the short run, they don't have that big of an impact. Oh, he's got some Fnatic squads coming down here, just being tricky. There's actually no anti-infantry. He could actually go and destroy some of those tanks. He's going to pull them back now. Mock squad is coming out, so he should be able to gun them down. They're not going to get there quick enough. He could have actually beeline and got the squads over there. Another engineer coming out, really intent on getting that. We have an arm. Oh, there's actually stealth tanks coming out. You don't see them too much in nod mirrors. Going to pull these scorpion tanks down here. He's going to be able to see this harvester, but as soon as the harvester leaves that refinery, he's going to re-stealth. No tank losses on the side of Shoktrepet there. Will snare a tank from Drive. Now, Drive actually captured the tower as well, so that's not going to be a possibility for... Oh, big click comes down. It is going to be Drive clicking Shoktrepet, but Shoktrepet has... It's just one stealth tank. You want them in pairs, and this is going to be tricky because, of course, he doesn't have any stealth detection. I'm not sure if he knows that there's stealth tanks out. And he has caught Drive's blue tip harvesters. Drive has no blue tip, by the way. That is fully grown, and he's just lost his harvester. We know that Shoktrepet got his at least on one occasion, but he has not returned for it. Is that harvester coming back from the blue tip field? I'm not 100% sure. He doesn't have a lot of economy. Yeah, he does. Shoktrepet really short on harvesters here. What's that stealth tank up to? It's sitting in the top corner there. He's actually going to attack a power plant. And that's the thing. Bikes are so easy to build against stealth tanks. I mean, yeah, it's just one of them things. He's not even going to get a power plant here. So that's going to be the end of that stealth tank. We'll get a bike. But yeah, that's why you don't see stealth tanks in non-mirrors. Because you can pump out a couple of bikes and they can just shut that down. They're faster. They're cheaper. They can just one-shot the stealth tank pretty quickly. And of course, stealth tanks are fighting against stealth harvesters. They can't see them. Drive is going back to his blue tip field now. A lot of tanks on the flank. He doesn't have Dozer Blade. Does he not realize that there is no Dozer Blade here? Where is his force? His force is on the other side now. Oh my god, Drive is going to counterattack on the left side. Shoktrepet has nothing here. He can always move his harvesters and re-stealth them, which he will be doing. Meanwhile, he's trying to focus down the MCV. I don't think he's going to get that. He's going to try to take out these Fnatic squads with the Mock squads, and he actually uses the Fanatics on the Mock squads. Meanwhile, he's shooting at the harvesters in the refineries. Big rage. Whose rage was that? A rage gen went off. I'm not even sure where the Redeemer is. Where is the Redeemer? Obelisk comes down. I don't even know where the Redeemer is. I mean, Drive's Redeemer is just coming out, but I just saw a rage gen go off. Oh, is he going to get the MCV? It would be huge if he got it, by the way. It would be huge. I still don't know where Shoktrepet's Redeemer is. I'm not sure where it is. He's got a Vapor Bomb. This is going to be a Vapor Bomb, I think, coming in. He's going to try to move the MCV because he knows he can't repair it in time. He's going to try to get it out of there. I don't think it's going to work. He's going to lose his MCV. Oh, he loses it. That's huge. That's huge. That makes a massive difference in the game because that Drive is out of money. He's basically out of money. He has some tib he can leech, and he has the blue tib fields. But basically, where the hell is the Redeemer? There it is. It's over there. He rage gen something. I didn't actually catch that fight. There's 4 avatars here as well. These 4 avatars are a problem. He's going to go back to his blue tib field now, going to get that blue tib. Still holds no. Drive did take the spike back. Drive getting blue Tiberium. But yeah, losing the MCV is big because if he wants to continue on in this game, he's going to have to rebuild that. Shoktrepet, meanwhile, can move his MCV. He's got clicks ready. I'm not sure if he's going to use them. He might just save the clicks for when a ref gets dropped at this main base or this third base here. Actually going to go for the blue tib field. Is that harvester going to the blue tib field of Shoktrepet? He is. There's 2 bikes coming down, but there's a lot of avatars there. Oh, see you later. That bike's actually firing from the high ground. That's Nuts battle marker over here. Not sure what that is. A Venom comes in. This is for the clicks. That Venom's a great way to scout, by the way. He's going to click him. Is he really going to click him? It doesn't do anything. I mean, that's a 3. If he sold that, he would have got like $600. It's just not worth it. Like, he didn't need that ref anyway. He should have waited for a ref to be placed here and then clicked that. That would have screwed Drive up really big. Redeemer is stealth. He has a $3,000 cloaking field on that. Gonna have to pull back these avatars though. Where are his avatars? He's got his avatars that are all split up. There are 5 avatars here, but again, EMP is going to be a huge problem. Drive has more forces moving on the flank here. Meanwhile, oh, his blue tib field's going to be cut off as well. He's going to lose this harvester. And again, this cheddar, so hard to secure for Drive. I think he's got just a single load of Tiberium from that field all game. Shoktrepet definitely sort of fumbling a little bit here. You would have thought he would have got his base up by now. He's going to put a ref down finally. I'm not sure what so many Venoms are for. Again, when you're against this type of play, he's actually going to be able to focus the bikes down. They don't have tib core. He's definitely going to want to make sure his Venoms don't overlap like that. Oh, God. you know, Venoms are somewhat expendable, but they're not, you know, you can't just throw tons and tons of them away. We'll get another Harvester with this Biocrash backing out of there. No Tib Core from both sides, by the way. No one investing in the Tiberium Core missile. Quite a number of Harvesters here now. Blue Tib still untouched. And Shoktrepet continuing to leech his field, but he can't clean it up very quickly here. He's going to close within range. Drive now has 2 ref down. Shoktrepet doesn't want to be too far behind. His ref's only about halfway done. Could transition some Harvesters here. Still hasn't quite cleaned up his main base here because he was only ever at 1 ref. He does have Charge Particle Beam upgrade. We know this, of course. Redeemer is on the left flank. Not doing too much, being a bit passive now. Drive trying to defend this out. Look at this. I've never seen glitching like that before in the game since R16, but happens quite a bit now. And look at this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. You've only got 1 Harvester there and it's stuck. And now you've got multiple Harvesters there. That's what I'm talking about. You would never... And what's that Harvester doing? Like, what is that doing? It's got no Tib in it. It's not supposed to be here. This is what I'm talking about. Glitching that I've never seen before in the history of the game is prevalent in R16. Hopefully Drive realizes that's there. Again, I'm not sure why he's got so many Venoms coming out. Maybe he's worried about the EMP. He does beacon, so he fixes it, and that's really good because it wasn't like that for too long, only about 10-15 seconds, so that's not actually going to really impact the game, but it could have definitely impacted the game had it gone on for too long. I've seen Harvesters glitch up with just a single Harvester. And look at this. Shoktrepet taking the blue tip field on the left flank. Fantastic. Second ref is down. Things are looking good for him. He retakes the spike. These Venoms are actually giving him a little bit of map control. Drive is trying to go for his own Venoms. And again, he doesn't realize this. He didn't fix it. And that's the thing. This is what I'm saying. The refinery is bugged. This is no... Yeah, he moved them away. I think the refinery is bugged because I've seen it before where you can't use a refiner anymore. Again, bugs that I've never seen at any point in the history of the game. Very prevalent in R16, so I think, yeah, R17 or 18, whatever they're doing, needs to really go back and rework what he's done. Because CGF has made changes. He'll say he hasn't, but we know he has, because that's what he always says. But yeah, it's just a bit of a problem. Thankfully, yeah, it's not a bugged ref, so he's going to be okay. But that's definitely having an impact on the game now. He puts a ref on the low ground. Oh my god, he's got a ref on the low ground here. He just moved forward, and that's really nifty there that he's popped that down there. Shoktrepet going to go back and try to harvest that, but most of that's going to be gone. I think he should be able to get some blue crystal, at least a 9. He is taking Drive's blue crystal, and Drive's blue crystal is just regrowing as he comes in and takes it, so Shoktrepet should be fine. Oh, big bunch of Venoms there, some of them getting shot down. He's got quite a lot of Venoms, doesn't he? Spectre Artillery is coming out. Oh, multi-MCV and Spectre Artillery. I think he's going to go for multi-MCV. Oh, this is really difficult to deal with, by the way. He knows there's Spectres out early on, though, so Drive can probably guess what's going to happen. Big Rage Gen. It affects the units at the front, but it doesn't affect the units at the back, because what Rage Gen does is that any unit affected becomes an enemy unit, so the units back here which were not affected will shoot at them thinking they're enemy units, so that's how the Rage Gen actually works. Oh my god, he lost a Spectre. Those are actually Drive's Venoms. We can see that Shoktrepet's Venoms come. Oh, that's a blue tip harvester. Definitely doesn't want to lose that, but he is going to. No tib core, but I don't think he needs it with all these Venoms around. He is actually going to be able to destroy a lot of Drive's Venoms there. And oh my god, he's going to get this MCV. He's going to get this MCV. Big EMP, but a real repower. Second EMP to follow up because the not MCV. Oh, huge Vapor Bomb. That was massive. It doesn't matter. He gets the MCV because the not MCV has a backup generator, so when it gets hit, it repowers up. But he re-hit it again just to ensure. Click came down. Not sure where it came down from. Yeah, it came down from over there, so that's going to hurt Shoktrepet. Now his push has been blunted. He has 2 Spectres, not enough of them. Oh, there's a lot of mag mines on those guys there as well, which means they will take a lot of damage over time. Going to try to long range these guys out. I think Drive has an MCV here, which is a bit of a problem. Venom v Venom, but I mean, Drive has never had the advantage in Venoms. He's always had significantly less Venoms. So this is a problem. And of course, Avatars can't shoot. He's having to build Tibcore bikes in there as well. And Tibcore bikes, oh my god, this is going to be a big Rage Gen. Oh, he needs to Rage Gen now. His Redeemer is oh no, his Redeemer gets raged. Shoktrepet, unfortunately, just going to lose his Redeemer here. He's actually on the low ground. Very difficult to hit him there. He will re-stealth. Actually, he does have stealth. He counter rage gens. He's destroying the Venom, so he can't detect him. And a huge raid coming off here. Meanwhile, there's going to be more forces coming in on the south side here. It's going to be laser versus laser here. Turrets will come down. Venoms will come down. The Redeemer will escape on the left flank. We can see him just sneaking away. It's going to be... Oh, that's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. I could only assume that Drive surrendered then. The main fight hadn't even ended yet. It hadn't even ended, and he surrendered from that fight there. Shoktrepet surprisingly getting more money all game, despite the all-in. But yeah, look at that. I mean, there must have been something else happening on the map as well, but I mean, I don't think he would have won that fight because Shoktrepet had a lot more avatars. But yeah, it could have still kept going. I think Drive just had enough in that situation. Again, he probably would have lost that fight. But yeah, Shoktrepet gets a win. So if you're a Shoktrepet fan, all on the comeback train here. So 4-2. Shoktrepet will take game 6 just. Stay tuned, game 7 coming up right now. Hey guys, and welcome to game number 7, Shoktrepet versus Drive from the Champions League. We will be going to Tiberium Rift here. Once again, Shoktrepet's home game. He's just continuing to pick his favorite maps here, I guess, because he has full control of the map pool here. And he's on the comeback train. Speaking of which, he is on the west side playing as Black Kane. That's right, he's Black Spam. And that means Drive Russians on the right flank here, or the eastern side of Tiberium Rift. He is playing as Scrin Vanilla. Yes, he is. Still sticking with these random mirrors, non-stop random mirrors from these guys. So they're not really intent on picking their factions, want to continue with the random situation here. But Disintegrators are the name of the game. Actually, playing as Scrin, it means that Drive has now passed through all 3 Scrin factions, Traveler, Reaper, and now Vanilla Scrin. He's played Mock, Blackhand, and he hasn't played as Nod yet, I don't believe. No. Am I reading that right? Anyway, I lost track of my series versus Master Leaf as well. It's one of them things where you get these long series and they get pretty intense. But nonetheless, let's see what's going to happen here. Are we going to have any... Oh, we got an Operations Center. We got an Operations Center. So if you heart the flames... Oh, it's going to be a flame tank. You almost know as soon as this is upgraded, the power plant is upgraded, you know it's going to be a flame tank. He's going to try to draft a Cabal squad, but there's 2 buzzers here, and he doesn't even get good shots off on the buzzers. He will lose one straight away. He's moving the MCV. The buzzer will come in, and it's going to spot that this is happening. He's going to get the spike, so Drive's like, hey, damage done, RTB. You know, he obviously has to worry about... He just gets that Cabal squad as well. He could just try to take that garrison. Second flame tank coming out, but again, Seeker tanks are almost certainly going to be coming out now. Drive knows exactly what... Oh, he's got a tier 2. He's going to go for dev tanks. Oh, man. These flame tanks can't do anything against that. And Drive, the goal behind the dev tanks is just to have them for defense. And that way he can just do whatever he wants from there. He can expand safely because the flame tanks, they can't do anything about the flame tanks. You know, sorry, the flame tanks can't do anything about the dev tanks because they have superior range and damage. He's going to be able to get those Disintegrators. He split up his Disintegrators, I think, just to be annoying. Surprisingly, he can actually range both of them. Battle marker down there will kill that squad. Dev Tank's actually moving out from the base here. Interesting, though. He's going to go to the south flank. He must... Yeah, look at that. Shoktrepet. This is good, though, because Shoktrepet, maybe he knows there's actually a flame tank already here on the front line. Will return the favor and destroy the spike of Drive. He holds his operation center, though. He's retaining it. He has at least 2 flame tanks. Maybe what he could do, he could save up the funds and maybe he could cloak them. That could be huge. This flame tank, unfortunately, is going to be found. And it's good that he's pulling them back. This one's, yeah, once he's in range, it's so hard to get out of range. And, you know, 3 shots. Oh, not quite 3 shots there. Okay, I guess it's 4 shots. He was hitting the side armor there. It's one of them things where you think you know what it is. Oh, one of the flame tanks gets in, but it's going to come head-to-head with the dev tank. See ya later. And this is the thing, Drive just has them here just to guard his base from flame tanks. And now he can eco and he can just carry on as per usual. Actually going for another structure. He could even go 1 base mechas at this stage. A lot of damage on that construction yard, by the way. He could go 1 base mechas. Only 3 harvesters from Shoktrepet. How's he going to pull this one back? He needs to either do some damage or he needs to get his economy going. He does have at least 1 flame tank floating around somewhere. Whoa, Drive can't see anything. He cannot see anything. Whereas we can see that there is a flame tank. There's a flame tank in the north. Sorry, the south. He's taken blue tip. That's good. But that's all he's got. He just has a single one. And he is putting his ref down. So he's getting blue tip. He's got a ref on the expansion. Another harvest comes out. Looking a bit healthier now from Shoktrepet. Oh my god, he's got double gravity stabilizer. He is one basing here before the expansion, but I mean, the thing is, he's not actually attacking yet. He's just taking them off just in case flame tanks rock up, because there's actually quite a delay between building and moving to the pad and launching. So you want to get them in the air. So he's got 4 of them now. But Seeker tank will come around the flanks. He does have a Raider buggy coming in. But this is really potent. This is a huge investment for Drive to go for this type of opening. But if it's not scouted, it will just hands down win him the game, like almost instantly, because these Storm Riders are like flying tanks, and if there's no double A and with his harvesters not being stealthed, he's in deep trouble. He has kept the operations center. Now that will allow him to put down turrets, but again, he does not suspect anything. Drive is moving out. He doesn't quite have, he's got all 8 now. He's got 8 of them. He's moving out. Oh my god, what's Shoktrepet gonna do? What's he gonna, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. He's building a turret. I hope this is a turret. Has he spotted them? He must have spotted them. Yeah, he puts a turret down just in time, but it's only 1 turret, but it's enough for Drive to detour. He's gonna go for the power plant. Oh my god, he's building a tech structure as well. A Mantis comes out, another turret comes down. That Mantis might actually be enough there. And oh my god, he's trying to go for the power plant. Does shut the power down. He needs to get the power back up right now. He needs to get the power back up. The power is back up. He's moving away. Surprisingly little damage. There is surprisingly little damage. A Mantis and 2 turrets. He was building a tech center behind that as well. That's really... And there's a flame tank. He's found that flame tank. That's dead. I was quite surprised. Like, Drive, what he should have done is instead of flying through the main, he should have just destroyed all the harvesters here. Because by flying up here, he flew up towards the Mantis, which was building from the War Factory. Now, obviously, you know, Drive makes the decisions, not myself. But that did... He got 1 power plant. He got 1 power plant and he went for that build, and that's not going to be good enough. You know, he could have destroyed all the harvesters of the expansion, but did not make the right decision there. He does have good map control with the storms though, but I mean, he forced out a Mantis. You can probably expect another Mantis rocking up. So where is the Mantis? Did he lose it? You don't want to throw them away because they're $1,200. You know, they're not something you just want to throw away. It's down on the south side here, probably going for Tib Core. If this is Tib Core, you know, GLHF, no, it wasn't, it was Particles. He's not even going for Tib Core. Now, this is going to allow Drive to get his economy up. Now, Drive will get his economy up, but that was really frightening for a while there for Shoktrepet. He literally had no double A. He was literally about to lose a lot of his harvesters, and then just a single turret comes down, and a bad decision made by Drive there not to commit. Now, he is repairing his storms, which is good. The Mantis can't shoot them on the deck, by the way. That they count as a ground unit. So the Mantis is being used to scout. I mean, it's pretty quick. You don't see them that often because Black can usually have a lot of other things. Oh my god, he's going to get completely popped though. Oh, that's why Click's coming down right now. Boom. He does have a structure on the way, but I believe it's going to be a tech center. Storms are moving out, but this again, he only has 1 turret. He must have another turret queued. That must be another turret. He's going to need it because there's actually 8 Storm Riders here. He needs to put this turret down right now. If this is a turret, oh my god, he's going to take damage. And this is what Drive should have done the first time. I can't believe Shoktrepet didn't do anything about this. He's got a defense queued, but I don't know what it is. Oh my god, he's losing so much stuff. It was a turret. He had that queued for like 30 seconds. Oh my god, I don't know what he's doing. He's just lost all of his harvesters on his expansion. And this is what Drive should have done in the first attack, and he would have just won the game by now. But that is, of course, is a very good move there. There's actually 2 dev tanks here just to make things even more difficult. He's got a second. He had 2 MCVs, a Purified Infantry. Has to sell off everything. He's got to try to defend what he's got here. He's got no economy. He's got harvesters on the main base. This is really awkward, by the way. Really awkward from Shoktrepet. He's in such an awkward spot. He's got 5 harvesters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the Storm Riders are here. He needs to get them out of there. Oh my god. He puts down 2 turrets, but those turrets are just going to fly away from them. Oh my god, they're going to do the turrets over here. What are you doing? And don't move them towards the turret. He will move them towards the turret now, but oh my god. He's making it difficult for himself. 1 harvester will survive there. 5 storms still alive. Probably going to pull them back for repairs there. They're doing pretty good now. 3 harvesters have made it to the expansion. A 4th harvester will... He could actually leave that there to harvest that Tiberium, but he needs more harvesters. He's in so much trouble. He doesn't have a big enough... This is not a big enough force. What's he got? He's got 3 Mechapedes. He didn't rebuild... Oh my god. He did not rebuild the 2nd refinery. I'm not sure he's been getting the blue tip. Maybe Drive, maybe Shoktrepet, not sure. And he's up against 5 mechas. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. There's 2 dev tanks here as well. A Seeker tank. He's going to move his MCV. He's moving away. He doesn't want to fight. He does not want to fight this. Oh, stasis comes down. That's nasty. We'll get a shot on the head there. 2nd shot on the head. 2nd shot on the head. We'll get it. Storm Rider's rocking up now. But unfortunately, the Storm Rider's not going to do anything against the infantry. They should be able to do something against the Purifier here. And the Purifier now obviously has his shots on the head. Oh, Buzzer Swarm comes down. Flame comes out. Will take that out. But the Purifier is looking pretty unhealthy now. Will deploy the MCV. Needs an Obelisk yesterday. Doesn't have... He has nothing ready to queue. He has a 2nd MCV and he's got nothing to drop. He should fence this. He should fence this MCV as well for maximum armor, but he's not fencing it. And he's not building anything. There goes the Obelisk. Now he needs air defense. There's dev tanks coming out from everywhere. They don't have any charge. He's going to try to go behind and focus that down. I think... Oh, he put a war factory down here. He's not going to be able to hold this now. What is that? Is that a Devastator? Oh, there's a Devastator warship here. This is really bad. This is really bad for Shoktrepet now. He's losing a lot of his forces here. He is losing quite a lot of his forces. And that Devastator warship now just falling back. A few of these infantry forces are still alive. Now they did get another Mechapede, maybe one more. No, not quite. That Devastator warship will be able to do a lot of damage versus infantry. He does miss though. There is a Mantis coming for him. It's in a good spot, way, way, way up high, but the Mantis doesn't seem to care. He should be able to find him. He will find him. And he's only got 1 of those. I don't think Drive can afford to replace that. Doesn't quite get it. He needs 1 more rocket. 1 more rocket. Oh, it's not quite enough, but the infantry should be able to get that. There we go. That's going to be the end of it. We'll destroy it. Gets another shot on that war factory. Pretty heavy damage there. Shoktrepet is somehow managing to fund this. Gets another mecha. 1 mecha left. Another war factory. Not war factory. Warps. Devastator warship is there. Might be able to get that harvester. I think he's going to. He will take that harvester there. There is a turret here as well. Not going to be too helpful except against those Storm Riders. And oh my god, he moves that Devastator warship. He wants to get the war factory, but he's not going to get that. He's just lost another one. He can't really afford to be losing those. Drive doesn't have... He's got a ref down here. He's got some forces to defend. Oh man, but there is a construct... What was that? What is... What? That's not defending anything. Put it over here where it's going to be able to defend something. Oh man, I think Shoktrepet just making... I think he's shook. I think Shoktrepet is shook in this series. He's made a lot of questionable decisions. Another Purifier comes out. There is some infantry here, though. And he's trying to focus down the mecha heads. We'll get another one of those Storm Riders. Pretty ranked up squads there. But the Purifier, of course, does do a... It increases the combat effectiveness of nearby units. So it does have an Aurora that it gives out to the militant squads. Battle markers over here as well. There's a lot of... Another Mantis gets destroyed. There's a lot of harvesters down here. That's a problem for Shoktrepet because he doesn't have a 3rd base just yet. I mean, he sort of does have a 3rd base, but we'll keep an eye on what's going on here. This is such an awkward game. It's such an awkward game. Heroic squads there as well. We'll take out the husk and he falls back, not wanting to risk it there. Some infantry made its way through the base. I don't know how. He will take out the power grid, possibly take it. Yeah, he does. He takes out the power grid. I don't know how that infantry got there, but it is there. And there's an Obelisk here. He does have a ref down, so the Obelisk is going to be difficult to deal with. There's only 3 dev tanks, no charge. He doesn't have enough to overrun that Obelisk. And he has to move the harvesters as well. He needs a warship down here, but he doesn't have any warships available. He needs a gravity stabilizer and a Devastator warship if he wants to contest that. He does have a gravity stabilizer, no warp sphere on the way. Mechapede's coming up here now. Drive been pushed off this base. Flame tank coming out as well. He's going to have to go around, otherwise those Mechapedes will be able to find it. This is one of the most awkward looking games I've ever seen. Phased his harvesters so he can get more Tiberium. It's just the fighting and the positioning has just been all over the shop. It's been all over the place. The war factory is gone, by the way. He may have just sold it off. And all the structures up here are gone from Shoktrepet as well. Oh, this flame tank could get the tech center, and that would be disastrous. He's going for a hexapod, not a Devastator warship. He's not up against a Redeemer. You know, and he can't stop that. He can't say if as soon as he stops screwing around in the buzzer swarms and realizes what is he's obviously not controlling it. It's just shooting at the buzzers coming out of the hives. That is hilarious there. As soon as Shoktrepet realizes that's there, he can destroy that easily. He's got Spectre artillery. He's destroying the harvesters and the refineries now. So this is a big problem for him. He's still screwing around, but he does get the tech center finally. The Mechapede's almost able to respond in time. He will be destroyed though. All the harvesters are down now. Everything's been destroyed. Can't build the hexapod. And somehow Shoktrepet stumbles to a victory. That's what I'm going to... He stumbled to a victory there. I don't know how, like... The decision-making on Shoktrepet's side is very questionable in that particular game there. Drive was doing okay. I mean, it wasn't doing fantastic, but yeah, absolutely clumsy victory there. Really awkward-looking game. But at the end of the day, he will come out ahead and he will win that. He got less money than Drive, despite the fact that Drive really didn't harvest that much. Drive probably got the blue tib field. Yeah, you can see that. And there's a few times where Shoktrepet just stalled. He really has had a tough time with his economy in these series there. He needs to pay a bit more attention to that. But that's going to take it to 4 games to 3. So, look, Shoktrepet is 1 game away from salvaging the series. We're going to go to all 8 games. It can either be a draw or a Drive victory. That's the only possible outcomes from here. But Shoktrepet is very close to pulling it back. Will he force out a draw? The 8th and final game of the series is coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome to the Shoktrepet vs Drive deciding game, game number 8. Is it really deciding? Because it can only end in a draw or a victory for Drive, but we are on Smashtown, USA. This is where Shoktrepet has chosen to make his final stand in an effort to salvage the series. And speaking of which, he is just here because this is a tiny map playing as GDI Vanilla. It is random, and that means the Drive Russian is Blackhand on the south side of Smashtown, USA. Smashtown. Oh man, this is intense. This is intense. Drive wants to remain undefeated in the league, gathered it's only the second round, but so do Shoktrepet. But actually, technically, both sides could be undefeated if Shoktrepet were to win this game. Shoktrepet grabs that structure early. He gets across the map, kills the squad. That's bad for Drive. It's going to deny him some much-needed scouting, and with the scout right there, he can just beeline across the tip field and scout as necessary. We'll lose the scout on the west side there. Unfortunately, no scouts on the east for Shoktrepet. Just Drive. Full squad. Full health squad there. Yeah, doesn't want to run into any trouble. He does hold that garrison, though. Not looking to move forward at all. He is shooting at this squad here. Can they get to the structure in time? No, not quite. He will cut that off. Oh, we have a tier 2 coming out. Operation Center. Is it going to be a Reckoner? I think it's going to be a Reckoner. He's not upgrading the power plant. It is. It's going to be a Reckoner. He's going for a second Operation Center, I believe. And it's going to be a Reckoner attack, but can Shoktrepet scout this out? He is going for a second ref. He's kept his barracks in check. There's a gap here for the Reckoner to go, but still room for silos to block. It's very... And he spots the flame tank with this squad here. He spots the flame tank. It's going to be a flame tank first, and then he's going to go into a Reckoner and probably a third harvester, possibly bikes. No, it looks like a harvester. But the flame tank will throw him off. He might build pit bulls to stop that. No, he's going to build Predator tanks to stop that. They'll be really good against the Reckoner as well. So he's going to come forward and he's going to try to find this flame tank, get early damage on it. Unfortunately, that harvester is blocking the Predator tank. He needs to have a silo ready as well. If he can silo block this, this will be fantastic. He does have a base defense queued, but oh my god, it is a silo. He drops that late though. He drops that pretty late, and he is going to force fire through it and destroy the refinery that is down. He got a refinery. That's all that he could have hoped for there. And that's fantastic for Drive, but the Reckoner is somewhere. Oh my god, the Reckoner is going to beeline around. He sees it, he spots it there, but he can't stop it. He's going to get behind the war factory, and he's going to have so much health. He's going to go for the other refinery. He's not even going to go for the war factory. Oh man, Shoktrepet in a world of pain here. This is disastrous. An engineer comes out. He's not going to be able to save that. He could probably save the war factory, but I mean, the squad's here. He's going to need to pull a harvester to crush these units here, because that tower, he takes the tower. He needs to pull his harvesters to crush the units. He doesn't actually retarget the war factory. I think he realizes that there was an engineer there, so he didn't bother. Or maybe he was busy. And here we go, the harvester now coming in. We'll take out the Reckoner. There's a squad remaining. Again, he's got so many harvesters lined up that the harvester here can actually very easily go and destroy this last squad. It's much quicker to run them over than use the machine gun, because again, the machine gun is particularly bad against heavy infantry. And look at this. He's going to go into a shrine. Oh my god, he knows Shoktrepet is hurt. He's got 5 and 2. He's sold the War Factory. This is something you see in situations like this where you flame rush and you go into infantry. It's really powerful. He's going to move forward. He does hold that garrison. I mean, Shoktrepet's going to see it, but he's not going to have AP ammo. He's going to be a jillion miles, should I say, not millimeters. That's obviously not that far, but away from AP ammo. He doesn't have a comm center down. This better be a comm center. I mean, if it's a comm center, he's still going to need to pump that out so quick. It is a comm center, AP ammo on the way, but I mean, he can't do anything about this. He has to wait the full minute, and that's assuming he doesn't stall. He built some pit bulls as well. And again, he's trying to destroy the structure with the Predator tanks because he knows the structure is going to be taken. And he destroys the other structures here. Actually, no, it looks like Drive destroys that structure. Looks like Shoktrepet does destroy that structure. And here comes the attack. Oh my god, this could be it. This could be it for Shoktrepet, man. He is being pushed back into the base head here. This is not looking good. This is pretty much where I think all the fight. Oh, the MCV is here. He brought the MCV with him. I don't know what the Shredder turret's for. I would have thought a laser turret would have been better. The pit bulls just eke away to the left flank, trying to go around to do some type of counterattack. The Russians love that. But there's so many units here. He needs AP ammo. Oh, he needs to hold out a little bit longer. It's almost done. He needs to hold off pushing forward till he has that, because Drive is swelling. He is swelling here, and it's going to be completed momentarily. It is going to be completed momentarily. Oh my god, he's stalling on cash. It's not done yet. He needs to get some money, and finally it completes then. It completes then. He sells the comm center straight away. He doesn't need it, but it's just a little bit too late. He needed it just a little bit sooner. Oh my god, he's being overrun, and Drive knows it. Laser turrets coming in, and that's the end of the defense, I think. He needs to put the turrets behind the refineries, but it's not going to happen. He's going to move forward, and he could just flame down the refineries, trying to go around and behind. The harvesters may have to crush. He's going to destroy the refinery. That's going to be the end of it. I mean, he got the turrets behind, but this is not enough now. He sells off these turrets as they go down. I'm not sure what put a turret right there. Put it behind a building. Block it or something. Oh my god, it's very difficult though. You have to fight across the Tiberium field, and there's too much here. This is it. This is the end of the game. That Harvester, I'm not sure that Harvester, he's trying to use the machine guns on it, but it doesn't matter. And the infantry swelled to 2 greater numbers here. Drive just moving his MCV even closer. He's building cabals, and it's just a matter of time. He's stalling on cash. He's on spike tech, and that's the end of the game. Devastating strike there from Drive. He went the flame tank first. And because the flame tank came out first, he didn't suspect the Reckoner, because back in the day that used to be a pretty popular strategy, but no one really does it that much anymore. Most people just use either just flame tanks or just Reckoners, but when you do that split, that threw him off, and then just going full on into the rifle, sorry, not the rifle, the infantry push, that's very devastating as well, because he knows that he did a lot of damage. He got 2 ref with his rush, and he knows that AP ammo is so far away because he has to rebuild 2 ref first and then build his comm center, and that's why he sold his War Factory. Didn't need his War Factory anymore, and he went just full on into infantry with the Shrine, and then pushed his MCV up there. Very calculated by Drive, fantastic strategy, well executed. Unfortunately, Shoktrepet not able to defend it out well enough, and that's it. Drive has a victory. He remains undefeated. He does it just 5 games to 3. That's technically the closest victory you can have, because the other option is 4-4, which is a draw. So 5-3 is the shortest victory option in the league. So Drive will shoot to the top of the tables at the moment, just because on points, but he may slip down due to win-loss ratio when some of the other results come in. But he's sitting pretty with those wins. Shoktrepet can't be disappointed, because he didn't lose too badly. His win-loss ratio is going to be relatively good, and he did have to play one of the better players in the league there. Of course, he's one of the best players in the league as well, but I think he should be fine. He had a hard run, but this video's gone for a while. That's enough about this one here. Hope you enjoyed that series. That was a pretty good series to watch. I very much enjoyed that. A bit awkward, some of those games, but nonetheless, I'm Green Zero. This is the Champions League, Match of the Week number 2. Stay tuned to my channel. I'll bring you an update on the league as soon as possible, and more Match of the Weeks. Until next time, I'll catch you all in the next video.